Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's having a good Sunday out there. Getting ready to come up on New Year's and New Year's Eve here. Today I went to a antique mall down in Edinburgh, Indiana, about an hour or so from where I live. I wanted to see if they had any new cards and die cast and so forth, but there's a booth down there that always has these little grab bags of racing cards. They have baseball and football and such, but they're about $1 to $1.50 each. As you can see, this one was $1, so I thought we'd just pop about a dozen of these open and see what we could come up with. Maybe we'll come up with some decent cards. We never know what we're going to hit in these, so see who we start off with here. And which way do they have them turned? So it looks like they got them going that way. So it looks like we have Sterling Marlin here starts this one off. 98 Wheels High Gear preview card for 1998. So we have Michael Waltrip when he drove for the Wood Brothers. Another Michael Waltrip. These look like action-packed credentials from 1996. We got a Steve Park. I don't think that's Steve's rookie. I believe Steve's rookie's in 97, but I'll set that one aside and look it up later. Got Ricky Rudd, Upper Deck. Steve Grissom, 96, Upper Deck, Road to the Cup. Looks like Ricky Craven, Collector's Choice. Ricky Rudd, Upper Deck, Victory Circle. So as you see, these cards are mostly going to be from the late 90s, it appears. And I'm just going to kind of rapid fire through these, and if I hit something that's intriguing, I'll stop and talk about it for a minute. Otherwise, we'll be here for quite a while. A lot of Michael Waltrip cards. Rich Bickle, 1998 High Gear card. That's when he was driving for Darrell Waltrip in the Truck Series. And Jeremy Mayfield rounds out the first pack. So we got some decent semi-star drivers in there. A couple of probably eventually Hall of Famers with Ricky Rudd. And I've seen a couple of Darrell Waltrip cards in there, but they were the car cards and not the driver cards. And they got this one kind of topsy-turvy, so let's flip some of these around. Looks like a lot of 96 Upper Deck Road to the Cup in this one. Couple Ricky Craven cards there. Ward Burton, Elton Sawyer, Jeff Burton, Brett Bodine. So yeah, this one looks like mostly 96 Upper Deck Road to the Cup. Nothing real exciting there. Lake Speed. Johnny Benson, Hut Strickland. There's a Hall of Famer, Darrell Waltrip. Have a couple of the Truck Series cards there, it looks like. Rick Mast, Rusty Wallace Award winners. Try to get that a little bit more in focus for you guys. Ernie Irvan, potential Hall of Famer in the future. I think Ernie will be borderline on the Hall of Fame. He does have a Daytona 500 win. I believe he's got 15 career wins total, plus a handful of Busch Series, now Xfinity Series wins. And this pack's being a little difficult to open. So we'll start off. This first card's actually an insert card. It's Max Made in America Blue Ribbon. Max Made in America, excuse me, and Max Odyssey were basically the same set with just different backgrounds. So this looks like a lot of the Made in America cards. And I do appreciate the American flag background there on the cards with the car in the foreground. Of course, the driver cards will have the driver in the foreground. 95 Upper Deck, their original series. This looks like 97 Ultra. It's really hard to tell. It's either 96 or 97. Those are 96, so I apologize for that. 96 Ultra. So we've got a few good drivers there. Dale Jarrett, Hall of Famer, for his 95 Pocono win, his first win with Robert Yates Racing. Ward Burton, Robert Presley. Steve Kinzer, who ran 5 Cup races for the Kenny Bernstein team and did not fare very well. Lake Speed, who ended his driving career driving for Harry Melling. So it looks like this one is going to have a lot of the Richard Petty Food Line cards in it. Then some of these IndyCar cards. R.A. Leindyke, 1990 and 1997 Indy 500 winner, I believe. These are just Legends of Indy cards. Here's one of those Richard Petty Food Line cards that we just spoke of. Who's that? Looks like Bob. You know, it's Danny Sullivan. Okay, thought it was Bobby Rahal at first. Michael Andretti. Roberto Guerrero, 1984 co-Rookie of the Year in the Indianapolis 500 with Michael Andretti. And the famous smokestack there at Indianapolis. These are Redline Racing cards. They were stand-up cards. This is Chuck Bound, but it has Tracy... Oh, I guess that's his Cup car. I thought that was Tracy Leslie's Busch Series car for a minute, but it's the Cup car Chuck Bound ran in 1990 for Tex Powell. This is Eric Norris, son of martial arts star Chuck Norris, believe it or not. Looks like we've got some more of these Richard Petty Food Line cards, which I don't know how many of these were produced, but seemingly millions of these cards. There's Cale Yarborough, Hall of Famer, Todd Bodine, two-time Truck Series champion, and Rusty Wallace, also a Hall of Famer. Just opening these off camera because it's a little bit quicker to do so. Looks like we have a Sterling Marlin 99, I'm sorry, a little off center there, 99 premium. I like this set. It's not my favorite set, but it's close to it. I really like just the texture of the cards, and I think that they're good crisp cards, or good quality material, not real thin and flimsy. But I don't have very many of them. I wasn't collecting when that set came out. There's Jeff Purvis, Mike Stefanik, who was killed tragically in a plane crash this past September. I believe it was the same day as the Cup race in Las Vegas. Hut Strickland. Anybody that's out there that's baseball fans, look at the 92 Bowman set and tell me if the 92 Bowman set does not look similar to the 97 Racer's Choice. I think the layout of the cards and the graphics are very similar. Got Joe Ruttman, former Truck Series winner. Ted Musgrave, former Truck Series champion there. We have Matt Kenseth, second year card there. Matt's definitely going to be in the Hall of Fame someday. Jerry Nadeau. Elliott Sadler. We have Jason Jarrett. That may be a Jason Jarrett rookie. We'll have to double check on that. Second year Kenseth. We got Mike Bliss and Michael Waltrip rounds out the pack. That pack. Again, we'll just open these off camera to expedite the process instead of trying to reach around the phone here and possibly knock it off the tripod. So this next pack starts with Rusty Wallace, Hall of Famer. Bristol. So this is a 95 Max Premier Plus card. Kind of the premier line in the Max series during that time. High gloss card, a little bit thicker stock. Excuse me. And this is Rusty's win from 94 at Bristol. I'm sorry, he did not win Bristol in 94. Dale Earnhardt did. But it was just highlighting one of Rusty's pit stops. Looks like we got Joe Nemechek, is that Derek Cope or Ernie Irvan? Probably Derek Cope. Yep, Derek Cope. John Andretti, 95 Select. Jeremy Mayfield. Who do we have here? Morgan Shepherd, driving for the Jasper Motorsports team that went through several drivers one year because the cars they just didn't seem to be set up real well, and they went through about 3 or 4 drivers in 1997. Mark Martin contest card there from, I believe, 96 Max, maybe? Yeah, it looks like a 96 Max. Ernie Irvan, Terry Labonte, Hall of Famer, and John Andretti. Looks like we're about halfway through these packs. And then these packs contain about what I expected. They got some decent stars and semi-stars. Maybe just a couple of inserts here and there. I knew I wasn't going to get any high dollar cards, but I always enjoy opening these little grab bags just to see what people will put in them to try to lighten up their collection a little bit or spread the love. So we have Bobby Labonte, Hall of Famer. He actually is going to be in the Hall of Fame this upcoming year. Todd Bodine, we talked about him as a two-time Truck Series champion. Michael Waltrip, two-time Daytona 500 winner. There's Rusty again, Hall of Famer. Excuse me. And when I say Hall of Fame, I'm talking NASCAR Hall of Fame. There are several racing Hall of Fames that these other drivers could be in, but I'm not as familiar with those, like the International Motorsports Hall of Fame in Talladega, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Hall of Fame and Museum here in Indianapolis, and a few others that are around the United States that focus on regional. There's a couple Bill Elliott's, he's also Hall of Famer, Bobby Labonte there. So yeah, there are several regional Hall of Fames, and I'm not real familiar with those, so I just focus on the NASCAR Hall of Fame. I have been there, went there in 2015, would like to go back. It is a really interesting place, a lot of interactive exhibits, a lot of memorabilia, a lot of NASCAR history there, so I'd like to go back. Probably won't go back this year, maybe a couple years down the road. But I do recommend it for anybody that enjoys NASCAR. Lots of photo opportunities, lots of pictures, like I say, lots of artifacts and so forth throughout NASCAR history. Start off there with Kyle Petty, Morgan Shepherd, Jimmy Hensley. Looks like we got Ricky Rudd, Rick Hendrick, current car owner, Joe Gibbs, NFL Pro Football Hall of Famer. I think, yeah, he was in last year's class, or he's in this upcoming class. I'm sorry. So he's a two-time Hall of Famer. Looks like we got a couple Rusty cards there. Another Mayfield, Joe Nemechek. Another Joe Nemechek. Cards from 97, Road to the Cup, I think, or Victory Circle. I get those two sets confused. Buddy Baker, Hall of Famer. We got Wally Dallenbach, Michael Waltrip. Now we have another insert here. Jeff Green, Rick Mast, and Jimmy Spencer. So this is a Predictor from 1997. And the Predictor set was an interactive set. And there's the rules on the back if you want to pause that and read that. Kind of gives you a little insight, but they had different drivers on the cards if they achieved certain feats, and you had that card. Let's say this one says, lead the most laps in a race, Ernie Irvan. And if Ernie led the most laps in the race, you could redeem that card for a special acetate, kind of translucent version of that card, and or a set of Predictor cards that Upper Deck would release only to people that would redeem those winning cards. I had redeemed a few of them over the years and got a couple of really nice sets. Press Pass would later come out with the Cup Chase interactive game, and you could really get some nice cards out of that as well. So we have Gary Scelzi, former NHRA champion, Top Fuel, maybe Funny Car, I don't recall, but I do know he was a Top Fuel champion at one time. Doesn't look like a great mixture of cards here, just some mid-level guys. Todd Bodine, got Bill Elliott again, Hall of Famer, Ernie Irvan, potentially Hall of Famer, Kenny Bernstein, NHRA champion drag racer, but owned the number 26 Quaker State Buick and then later Ford from 1986 to 1995. I was thinking 94, but they did run 1 year in 95. And then he closed the team down when he could not find a buyer in 1996. And the Quaker State sponsorship moved to Hendrick Motorsports as an associate and has been there ever since. I believe this might be an insert card here. Maximum, yes. 1998 Maximum Sterling Marlin. That is an insert. We'll put it over here in the stack. So we got Johnny Benson, Kyle Petty. Is that Kenny Irwin? Yeah, that's Kenny Irwin Jr., tragically killed in 2000 in New Hampshire in a practice crash. Got Ricky Rudd, Jeff Green. Here's the Elliott Marino Motorsports car. Football fans may recognize that color scheme. That car was co-owned by Dan Marino, driven by Jerry Nadeau and Ted Musgrave during the 1998 season. We have Ernie Irvan, Bobby Hamilton, Derek Cope. We got this little game that Upper Deck came out with. I didn't pay much attention to. Rick Mast, Joe Nemechek during his rookie year. This is not his rookie card, but this car was during his rookie year, 1994. And Jeff Burton, 96 SP. That's also one of my favorite sets. There we go, get Jeff in focus there. I just like the way that the presentation that set had. Kind of a, not a high gloss set, medium gloss set. Very nice backgrounds that they used on those cards. Looks like we have a whole stack of 96 Max Made in America here. So we got Bobby Labonte starts it off. Bobby will be in the Hall of Fame this year. Rick Mast, pole sitter for the inaugural Brickyard 400. Then we have Phil Parsons, who won the 88 Winston 500 at Talladega. Ken Schrader, who has 4 Cup career wins. Ernie Irvan, we said he has 15 Cup career wins. He will be borderline Hall of Fame. Ricky Craven, 95 Rookie of the Year. Dale Jarrett, the 1999 Cup Series champion. He won the Daytona 500 in 2000, but that was his third time winning the Daytona 500. Kenny Wallace, Kyle Petty, Jeremy Mayfield, Jeff Fuller, Richard Petty, Hall of Fame First Class, 2010. Hermie Sadler, Tim Fedowa, current spotter for Stewart Haas Racing, and Chad Little, who is currently a NASCAR official. Got one more pack to go. So it's always fun to go to the antique stores, flea markets, whatever, and get these grab bags that they guys make, the vendors or the people that run their little booths make these to get rid of a lot of cards. And I can get a pretty good stack here for really cheap. So we got Mike Skinner, Ward Burton. These look like 99 Victory Circle or 2000 Victory Circle. Again, I wasn't collecting during this era, so I'm not real familiar. There's Lyndon Amick, former Busch Series driver. Brett Bodine, Bobby Hamilton Jr. Last I knew, he was racing in the ARCA Series a few years ago. Have not heard much about him since. Mike McLaughlin, who was a driver coach for Joe Gibbs for a while. There's Todd Bodine again. Brett Bodine, Kevin LePage, Bill Elliott. Oh, drop that one. Bobby Labonte, Hank Parker Jr. Hank Parker Jr. is the son of a fishing legend Hank Parker, who also had a TV show, a fishing show. Randy LaJoy, father of current driver Corey LaJoy, and Randy also runs a company called The Joy of Seating, where he builds seats for many drivers in many different racing series. David Green, current NASCAR official. Matt Kenseth, Ken Schrader. So a lot of these drivers are retired. Sterling Marlin still races occasionally at Nashville. Johnny Andretti's battling cancer right now. Bobby Hamilton passed away a few years ago of cancer, I believe 2007. Here's Todd Bodine, Hank Parker Jr. again, and another Brett Bodine card. So really not a lot of real great material in this, but got a few good cards. I like this Sterling Marlin. Of course, you see it does have the Coors Light decals on there, as opposed to maybe just saying Sterling across the hood. So some of the card companies did produce the cards as original as they could with the logos and sponsorships. Got this Ernie Irvan Predictor card. I may have this one. I'm not sure if I have that one or not, but still a nice card. Jason Jarrett, that may be a rookie card. I'll have to look at that and double check that. Got a Ricky Rudd 1996 Max Made in America Blue Ribbon insert. And a Steve Park. I believe this is his second year card. But still, anything with Steve Park in the AC Delco DEI stuff, kind of hard to come by. I think 97 was his rookie. I'm pretty sure of that. But still, this is a nice little Steve Park piece to have. So anyway, folks, everybody, I hope you've enjoyed the videos. We'll keep them coming. I don't know what my next one's going to be. I'd like to get maybe a couple more blaster boxes of racing, or maybe another hobby box. But we'll just see what we can come across. Again, we get to 100 subscribers. We keep inching our way there. Some lucky viewer will get the Tony Stewart 98 VIP rookie card there. So I know somebody's going to enjoy that in the near future, as long as we keep growing this channel, and that's the idea behind it. So we'll get another video up here in a couple more days. I'm thinking of doing a set review of the 96 VIP Emerald Proof. I'm working on building a master set of 1996 VIP. So a master set just means one of every card produced at every level, regardless of a parallel or an insert. So I might do a review on the Emerald Proof set, and that set was a 20-year project for me. So I'm still working on some of the other components of that set, the autograph set, some of the other inserts that are a little harder to find. So I may do a review of that. I may open some packs, may open a box. We'll just wait and see. But I hope everybody had a good Christmas. Hope everybody's looking forward to New Year's here in a few days. I know I am. Got a few more days off from work, then I'll be back at it. So please hit like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's keep this thing going. I want to give that Tony Stewart rookie card away, so that way we can move up and make the next giveaway a little bit better. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day.